Dan, are you furious?
Pain.
You're furious already. We haven't even started it yet.
I know.
And it's fury at you.
Why do I do this to myself every week?
I know.
Shut up, Paul.
I was too hot. I'm sorry. I didn't think. It's because I kept seeing Paul doing it.
It's that hot because you're on this podcast. Okay, that's what happens.
I thought it was because I was on it.
No, it's never going to be because of you. Get out.
I'm so confused.
You're fired.
I don't understand.
Okay, you're not fired because you're the only one that actually has any power.
It is, listeners. It is bacon hot today. It's.
You're really trying to push bacon hot.
That's what the phrase is,
aren't you?
That's what the phrase is.
Is it? I've never heard it before.
It's bacon hot.
And then I've heard it.
No, it's not. It's bacon hot.
Baking.
It's not. It's bacon. Why? What baking hot?
It's baking.
Don't make me Google this.
Bullshit.
Hot enough to bake
hot.
things.
Listeners, tell me I'm right.
I swear to Christ, Paul, I'm going to stomp you into dirt. I'm going to put your mouth over a fucking curb and go American History X on you, motherfucker.
That's where the music will come in.
Good morrow, people of the Internetiverse, and welcome to this week's episode 15 of Tasteful Nudes. I am your bodacious host, Dan, as always. Joining me, as ever, is the ravishing rogue, Paul Austin.
Pineapple, mango, passion fruit!
Extremely random, thank you. And the fighter with 9 attacks, the cleric with unlimited healing, and the wizard with more spells than their spellbook could ever conceive, Emily Poulter!
Well, that was just all entirely incorrect.
I mean, it's the D&D themed podcast.
It's just an intro.
Fucking go along with it.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if you've noticed. All of these intros for you have been excessively positive. Almost like I'm trying to get in your pants. It's a possibility. Who knows?
I'm such an idiot. I was just like, it's like you don't know what my character is at all, Dan. I don't have any spells.
Listeners, we're doing a little cheeky D&D episode today. It's themed about D&D. If you've not played D&D, it stands for Dragons and Dungeons, which are things that you encounter. In the reverse order. Sorry, I said it in a weird order. But that's what it stands for.
Why do I let you stay here?
Dungeons and...
Why have I not been charging you more rent?
Dragons, that's it. And it's all fantasy and elves and shit. And
if you haven't played it, then you need to go play it.
Yeah,
we have a little game.
You need to gather up your nerdiest loser friends and start playing it. And if they're not free, then I know people far more loserish than that, namely myself, that is more than willing to teach you.
Yeah, so write in, and Dan will teach you.
Write in.
Especially...
Write in to what? To where? What email address?
The comment section.
Teach.
Oh.
Especially...
Hashtag DDC teach me, and I will not teach you how to play D&D.
Especially if you're sort of mad.
Cry having to deal with Paul's
if you're like
shit.
mad and you sort of have like, if you're sort of I don't know, you sort of want to eat people maybe, then especially Dan will teach you. Then if you're a cannibal, then write in.
Right, okay, I see where you're trying to get to.
Write in and just talk.
Don't worry.
Ask Dan.
So where we'll do these lessons is 123 Paul's house on Paul's Road in Paul's Town.
Yeah.
The postcode is Paul Austin, 12, Paul Austin. There you go. Yeah. That's where we'll start these lessons at.
That's not where Paul lives at all. He lives somewhere with like a wizardy name.
I don't fucking care. It's Paul. Who gives a shit?
Do you know that like this is not just for us? You don't have to mention our real life D&D game and where I actually live in real life. We're doing this as a kind of audience thing.
I only do real.
Well, can we not? Don't say my address, because that's the sort of thing I imagine you doing. Is just saying my address randomly.
You don't live there. You live
at... Please give us Paul's actual address.
I'll just cut it.
Because I know several people that watch this podcast that want him dead. Mostly myself.
I will shoot them in the face.
Several other people
if they come for me.
And we want to know... He doesn't own a gun, ladies and gentlemen. He barely knows how to aim his own penis, let alone a gun.
I will slice something. And it might be me,
mostly
it might be
himself, because he is completely inept.
Randomly.
So you'll be fine. You can go over and kick his ass, ladies and gentlemen. Please do. Please do my job.
I think I've been doing this forever. That I just can't do anything other than honest.
Ask your questions, Dan.
Oh, okay. I won't tell you my little story.
Sorry, Em. Paul's in one of his moods, so I guess we'll just move on before he starts getting really rude and violent.
I'll tell you later. I'm going to make you listen.
Okay.
You try
I'll be down for
You try it.
I will.
post-podcast come down. We'll listen to it.
Yep.
I love it. I'm on board. So, what is your favourite class in D&D 5th edition, for those, unaware? And what is your favourite race? And for the love of God, don't pick the ones that you're playing in my game.
My favourite
You're not
race.
allowed to.
I don't know any of them.
My favourite race is the human race.
Shut the fuck up, you miserable prick. Give us an actual answer.
I don't know, like dwarves, probably. They're pretty hardy fuckers. Going around drinking and like eating and smashing things up and singing songs. Class, I was probably art. I did like art, maybe drama.
Why do I do this every week?
What are the barbarian then? Because it goes with dwarf, doesn't it? Smashing things up.
Why did I bother?
What was that? What was wrong with that answer?
No, that's fine. Who even cares? I don't care. Who cares?
You'll go in.
I don't care. I don't care. Yeah, M.
I can see in M's eyes she's doing research. I can see it in her eyes. Yeah, I can
She's
see it in
literally
her eyes.
I just said I only know what I am. I need to have a look.
How do you
So
not
I'm
know
probably
the
gonna
others?
go-
I've literally been making sure every other thing you interact with in my game has been a different race or class.
Yeah, but
I've
I
tried to
don't
make
know-
sure that you've met all of them, and as always, neither of you write down any information I give you.
Yeah, but I don't remember what's what. I'm just... Oh, no, you said I can't go with what I am. Okay, so I can't pick fighter. Okay. Barbarian, then. That's probably the
I
closest
had that.
can
You
get.
stole my answer.
What?
Miss,
Did you?
miss. She
I
stole
wasn't
my
listening.
answer. Miss,
I wasn't listening to you.
miss. She stole my
I
answer.
don't care. I'm moving on to the next question.
Yeah,
I
that's-
don't care.
that's-
You didn't say
that's
race.
fine.
You didn't say a race.
I don't care. I don't
just said a
care
class.
anymore, Paul. This entire thing is a garbage fire that I wish I could wake up from, but apparently I just have to burn and suffer for the rest of eternity with your shit. So, design me a new monster. Design me a D&D monster.
Right.
A new monster.
Go.
Big shoe.
A monster, a big enemy that you've got to fight.
Massive fucking
and
shoe,
you can tell
right?
me how powerful it is or not.
Fucking
Yeah,
doing
okay,
it.
a massive shoe. Yeah.
Massive
Does it have a leg
shoe.
attached?
Oh my fucking god, let me describe what I need to describe. Massive shoe.
Oh, yeah, it sucks when people keep interrupting you,
We're
don't
all
they?
angry and hot.
Fuck
We're all
this.
angry and hot. It's alright, guys.
No, you
Calm
know,
down.
you if you want him, you
We're
can
all
just
hot.
describe it. You can finish it for me.
We're all hot.
It sucks
It's
when
alright.
people keep interrupting you when you try to do a bit, doesn't it, Paul?
Yeah, it is. I
It's almost
wouldn't
like
do
some
the sort.
fucker does it every time I
wouldn't
try and
do
do a
that sort of thing.
fucking scene.
It's a big shoe with some
Yes,
eye
it's a big
stalks
shoe.
coming out the top,
Right.
and the mouth, the sort of the end of the shoe opens up like a big maw, and inside its teeth they're like nails.
Yeah.
And if you go inside, there's like a little family living in it of people. If you get swallowed
Right,
by
up in-
it, there's a family of people
Okay.
who live in it and go, "Oh, we live in the shoe. Oh, there's," and you say to them, "But there's life outside the shoe," and they're like, "Oh no, no life outside the shoe. There's no life outside the shoe, like." They're Geordies as well. "Oh, there's no life outside the shoe, like. This is where we live inside this fucking shoe. You can't take us out of this shoe. This is where I was born, like." And you're like, "Okay, well, fuck you then." And you slaughter all of them. And that's how you defeat the monster. It's called Shoekin. That's my monster idea, thank you. You'll go, Em.
I'm scared to start.
Just do it.
Dad looks furious. Okay. So my monster would be a dungeon master in the game that has
Oh.
unlimited power. And, like, you can go to do something, like, I don't know, a spell. And he'll be like, nah, sorry, can't do that because of some reasons that I don't know because I'm not a DM. The all-powerful dungeon master and you can't do anything.
What
He just
answer
kills
could we have
everybody.
given Dan that wouldn't have made you annoyed?
I think if it was a monster that was actually able to be fought and was, an
You
actual
can fight
monster,
the shoe.
And what? But you literally moments a fucking go, complained that we kept interrupting you. Shut your fucking mouth. Shut the fuck up. So, if it had been something you could actually fight, which, rules M's out, or it hadn't had a stupid fucking Geordie family in there to completely
part
ruin
of the
the immersion of
monster.
the enemy. And no! Shut up! Dan o'clock! Not Paul's time, my time! Shut your fucking mouth!
I liked my idea.
I liked your idea too, Em. I thought it was really good.
Thanks. I quite liked yours.
You quite liked mine. Oh, you only quite liked mine.
Well, because I'd like it if the family... Because you said you kill the family and you kill the shoe. I like the idea that the family have actually grown out of the shoe.
Maybe they have.
Like a trap. You think it's just a family, but actually it's just the shoe.
Thanks for your notes.
You're welcome.
Thanks. Next question.
What's the most powerful spell in D&D?
Is this like a real... So we're supposed to know the spell?
Sure.
Probably some sort of spell that would just blow up the whole world. Or the universe. Or...
Is it something to do with fire?
Is there a spell that can make you fall in love? That'd be pretty powerful, wouldn't it? Or...
I think it's fire. Because we had alchemist's fire and that could have burnt down the whole city.
Or maybe a spell that could influence like a high-level politician. And then that would be pretty powerful, wouldn't it, Dan?
Yep.
Is it just love?
What's the answer?
Yep. Yeah, it's 100%. Yeah, you're both right.
Yay!
You're both so super right. You get 1 billion points. You win all the games ever. Ooh. And you've won. There's no more questions. I'm done. There's never any more questions ever again. It's the end of Dan's question hour.
Question hour?
Hour?
No, there's no more questions.
I thought it felt like a long time.
We're not going to open the podcast for questions. There's going to be no more questions from Dan in this podcast or in any other episode. It's done. I'm out. I'm done.
Mm.
I think this is the shortest amount of time ever. It's only been 13 minutes and you've thrown in the towel. That's got to be the shortest. We've pushed you.
Look, yep. The only way is up from here. So, what should we do now?
Dan v. Paul.
You want to do Dan v. Paul? Okay.
I'd like to. So I've picked a D&D themed theme category. Thingy.
Excellent.
What's the word?
Category.
Topic.
I mean, category works fine.
All right. Okay. So I picked a D&D.
How are we doing
topic.
so far? I think I could maybe... Hang on, we're doing D&D. But Dan knows more about that than themed.
No, but it's a specific bit.
Is it going to be stuff that I know? Because how are we doing on the points again? Can we have a little reminder?
So Dan is on 21. Paul is on 3.
Yeah, easy. I can come back from that.
Mm-hmm. I mean, if you got all 10 questions right, you'd be halfway.
There you go. So hang on, I can't even overtake in this...
Well, I mean, Dan got bonus points last time, so...
Yeah. No, I can do that. I can do this. 10 this time, 10 next time. Easy. Easy. I can do it. I feel confident.
Okay. So the theme within D&D being the overall podcast theme, I have picked one of my favourite things, which is the octopus.
The octopus.
Yeah.
So the questions are...
Excellent.
Octopus.
Hang on. So the questions... How does that relate to D&D? I know that you've not even got an octopus in D&D yet. Let's make it clear. Listeners, in our game, Emma's become recently obsessed with this octopus that she wants to have. She hasn't got it yet. You've just put money aside for it. For an octopus you haven't got. We'll be doing like something. We'll be doing like an interaction with a character, and then we'll see Em on her phone, and we'll be like, "Em, you all right?" And she'll be like, "Yeah, I'm just looking at what I can do with this octopus." And so you've sort of extrapolated D&D, so you can talk about octopuses.
Yeah. I mean, you've said that. I mean, sometimes I have been looking at what I can do with my octopus, but also I've just been looking at just octopuses.
Why don't you get an octopus in real life?
I would like one. Anyway,
and it's delightful to know that my story and my creation is so interesting to Em. She's so very intrigued by everything I'm creating that rather than pay attention to my story or the things I'm saying, she's googling octopus images and looking up what she could do with a creature she doesn't even have.
Disrespectful.
So rather than talking to the many people I make up on the fly, or anything I plan in advance, or any of the 30,000 quests I've left available to them, let's just look up octopus.
You made up the giant octopus, and you made up Leopold. I'm a big fan of him as well. And her car.
We can't
There's
get
been
into
quite a few
specific
characters.
references.
There's a few characters that I've
We
become
can't get into
obsessed
specific
with.
references to our own game.
This is just what I do. I pick a
Nobody
thing.
knows what they're on about.
I pick a thing and I become obsessed with it. At the moment, it's that giant octopus.
One day I'll break her and it'll be me that she's obsessed with. One day. It's not going
It could happen.
It's how I do. It's how I do
It
life.
really won't be. That would be
Anyway.
the dream. but
Right,
it's not
come
gonna
on then. Let's do that. I'm going
Are
to do it this
you
time.
ready?
Yeah. What's our noises?
Okay.
Our buzzing noises? Quonk.
Okay.
And is it
I don't think
multiple choice or?
No, because I thought Paul was happier without that.
No, I wasn't. I
But-
made it
Okay then.
hard. I might guess
But-
this
but-
time
but-
it might
but-
make it easier.
But some of the questions are like number answers, and therefore I will give the point to whoever's closest.
Okay.
Okay. I don't think I'm ever going to get bored of Dan's noise. I might have
Please.
to record it. So
We
I can
are
just
recording
play
it,
to
Em.
myself.
Don't worry. We are actually recording it. I don't know if you know, but we're actually doing a podcast at the moment. There is actually
Are
going to
we?
be a recording online of noise. Don't worry.
Oh yeah.
Tune in next week, ladies and gentlemen, for the live broadcast of Dan drowning himself on podcast. For
Right.
carry on. No, please.
Okay.
Maybe there'll be an octopus in that too.
Maybe next week I'll actually realise I'm on a podcast.
Can we do the quiz now?
Yes! Question number 1. How many hearts does an octopus have?
Quonk.
Oh, it's
I think
Paul.
I was first person.
Paul.
Yeah, go for Paul. Yeah,
You just made a weird noise. Go on.
8. 3. Oh, fuck. I don't know. I don't know why I said 8. I was thinking of arms. How many is it?
What's your answer?
I don't know. 7. 4. One of those. Is one of them correct?
Okay, Dan, give me your answer, because it's going to have to be who's closest. 3. Yeah, it's 3. It's 3, Dan. Well done.
I said 3, probably.
You shouted all the
You
numbers.
said like 19 different numbers.
I
That
panicked,
doesn't
or I
fucking
panicked.
count.
Shit.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
Question number 2. How many species of octopus are there?
Bar Quonk.
The qu-
9.
Barkwonk.
9.
What's your answer, Dan? Just going to have to...
Whoever's
unless you get it
closest.
spot on, I'm going to have to ask both of you.
Whoever's
97.
closest.
Pardon?
97.
Well, it's 300, so it goes to Dan.
This one, I get it. I get
Wow.
that one. But I like that the heart question was like whoever's closest. Like one of us was going to say 2, and the other one of us was going to say 52 or 53 or something.
I don't know. I mean, you said a lot of numbers.
I feel like if one of us didn't get that, I mean, Dan did get it. Fair play to the guy.
He did.
But if he hadn't, and he'd been closer, he would have got the point for getting the answer wrong.
Pipe down. Question number 3. Which of these
get
is the
this on.
correct... Which of these is the correct plural word for octopus? Is it octopodes, octopuses, or octopi?
Quonk.
Onk!
It's Paul.
Which one was
It's really... Okay, yeah. fine.
octopi?
This is some shit.
No.
I've been before
What do
him
you mean,
every
no?
time.
Dan, what do you think? I'm passing it over.
So, it's... The plural is octopodes, octopuses, or octopi. Mm-hmm. So
Oh, octopi is the singular.
I didn't listen to the question! Is the shit plural.
You're both wrong. All 3 are
Octopodes.
correct.
Wait, hang on. Whoa.
you're a piece of shit.
There's no agreed.
So it's multiple choice.
You can say
It's multiple
any
choice.
of the-
It's multiple choice, listeners. But
It
the
wasn't.
answer is not one of the choices.
It's all of the
No, it's
choices.
not.
technically
You didn't
the
have a
choice was
D.
all of the choices.
You didn't have a D that said all of the above. You just had the 3 choices.
No, we didn't.
It was a trick question, and I tricked you.
I do feel tricked.
Yes, she did win.
That's a point for me. Question number 4. Octopuses don't have tentacles. They have 8 limbs. But how many of these limbs are arms and how many are legs?
I don't know, Em. You tell me.
I wish I was dead.
It's close, but it's not quite the answer.
Quonk.
Okay. I'm going to go 4 of each
Or of
as
each.
my actual answer. But I understand if you accept my first answer.
Well, they're both wrong.
Quonk.
All.
Great.
9. 8.
Of what?
All of the limbs.
I mean, that is right, but it's not the answer I was looking for.
I'm right, aren't I?
It's six arms
said I was
and
right.
2 legs. I said you, as in...
Yeah, because you were right,
you're
but not
right.
for the answer.
Yeah.
It's 6. 6 hands and 3 legs.
No points for anybody. Okay, question number 5. What do octopuses have in common with chimpanzees, dolphins, and crows? There's something that connects all of them.
Is it they
Go.
all wish I was dead?
I mean, I can't speak for all of them,
Quonk.
but I doubt it's true.
Racist.
Do you want to give me a
Yeah, Paul
different
can take
answer?
it.
Racist.
They all appreciate fucking with humans.
No.
Racists.
Get them out.
They might be. I don't know. I did a lot of research, but I didn't find that out. So they all use tools.
No, they don't. I've never seen an octopus
do.
build a house.
Yeah,
Bullshit.
but they do. They use tools.
Bullshit. What tools? Black and Decker drill.
Shells.
That's not. That's not. That's something you find on the beach. Not a tool. You can't buy them
Yeah,
at
but,
B&Q.
Chimpanzees use rocks and sticks and things. Question number 6. True or false? You got 50-50 with this one, and don't worry, it's not a trick. Captive octopuses have been known to eat their own arms and legs if they're bored and don't have enough stimulation.
That's a bit like us, isn't it? We've done that. What was the question? Sorry. What was the question? Fucking.
It's alright, Dan's
I
already
zoned
honked
out of
in.
the question.
I'm gonna go with true.
It is true. Point for Dan.
Nailed it.
That's because their limbs grow back. So they can
Score.
get bored and eat them and they'll just come back. Question
Can I just go
number
headbutt a
7.
knife real quick?
Nope, not done yet.
Okay.
7. What colour is octopus blood?
Honk.
Yes, Paul.
Blue.
It is blue. You've got a point.
Yeah, thanks.
Got a point. God, it's been a while since I've put a point on that side of my
Yeah,
paper.
whatever.
Just so we're aware, Paul is googling it. As
I'm
we
not
speak.
going.
How can he Google when he
Just
doesn't know
somebody
what my
who's
question's
Googling
going to
things.
be?
He's
Octopus
googled
facts.
octopus facts,
I
and he's
mean-
just scrolling up and down every time you say anything.
Okay, question number 8. Small octopuses are sometimes kept as pets, but they have a tendency to escape because of their intelligence and problem-solving skills. The octopus of the human world, Harry Houdini, once escaped from a prison cell. How long did it take him to escape?
Quonk. A week.
Yep. A week. What's your answer, Dan?
16 minutes.
Ooh, 18.
Oh,
So you're
I'm-
having it.
18 weeks.
minutes. You're way off. No, 18
Oh.
18
minutes.
minutes.
Oh, I thought it was
dickhead.
close then.
18 minutes. Which I think
Not
is quite a
even
long
slightly.
time.
18 minutes to get out of a prison cell. That's pretty impressive, seeing as most people have to do, 80
Yeah,
years.
that's true.
Yeah, but he normally does stuff in, like, short
Are you having a go at Houdini,
question-
Em? Is that what you're? Are you just having a go?
Fuck that guy.
He's
He's
lazy,
lazy,
that's all I'm
right.
saying.
Yeah, he's just not putting his
Fucking
fucking
hell.
time in.
Jesus,
Yeah.
the guy's dead, and you're having a go.
Yeah, well, it's his own fault. He couldn't escape
No,
death,
that's
could
true.
he? He could
Yeah.
escape everything else. He
That's
couldn't escape the
true.
Grim Reaper. What a fucking shithouse.
What
Can
a
I go
loser.
home yet? And by home, I mean
you
death.
are home, darling.
Can I not go home to death?
Question number 9. Which of these senses is stronger for an octopus? Is it their hearing or their sight?
I'm going to go with hearing, because hearing seems to be everything under the sea.
No, it is sight, and octopuses are deaf.
Oh, I just don't get a chance to answer then.
Paul didn't get
I
to
just
steal
don't get a
it.
chance. I just don't get a chance. Fuck me. Yeah.
Obviously, you'd know the answer.
Yeah, but so that's fine. Unreal, listeners.
Okay, well, this
I love
last
how
question,
that came across on my fucking waveform here. You do carry on.
This last question, there's some options for bonus points, because it's kind of an
Ooh.
open-ended one. So I'm going to let you both answer, and I will pick a winner. So there isn't a collective noun for a group of octopuses because they're generally solitary. So what would you call a group of octopuses?
Quonk. I don't know, Em, but can I just say I hate octopuses now? I really do hate them. I want them all to be killed
But they're
and
really
shot
interesting.
through their stupid big balloon heads. I hate them.
Interesting.
Can I steal it? Can I steal this question?
Definitely.
I'm going to go with Octobros. Or if it's a pack of females, Octosisses, and if it's a pack of both, Octochodes, just because I couldn't think of anything which combine them both. Octofam does work, but I'm afraid, Paul, you already gave up your answer.
Sorry.
So.
You did. And you were
to be fair, I don't even know what the
like.
question is.
Do I get 2 points for giving 2
It's
good
really
names?
hot, listeners. It is really hot.
You can't use it being hot.
Normally, I'd be really good at these quizzes, but my brain has been boiled.
What's your excuse the other 14? What's your excuse for the other 14 episodes?
I don't have to answer that.
The final scores for this week's Dan v Paul is Paul, you got 1. And Dan, you got 14.
You got 14 right? No, hang on, what? How did you get 14 points?
No, he got 14. He got 14 points.
Well, hang on. I got 1 point and Dan got 14. He only got like 4 questions, right? How many points did he get for those?
I gave him 10 for
No,
the
what
bonus.
bonus?
But he gave
I'm not even faking it now, listeners. What?
And you were just rude about them.
What? No, hang on. What question? What
them.
question did he get the bonus points for?
The last one that she said was bonus points on. And this was a bonus point question, and instead you proceeded to tell her that you hated octopus and just generally be a complete
Tonight
vaginas.
I'm going to go out and I'm going to burn down an octopus charity. I'm going to burn it down.
Good luck. They don't exist. They don't need charity. They're too badass. They don't need your fucking help.
They're fantastic.
I know, it's not... I'm sorry, octopus.
Penguins,
it's not your fault.
Would you like to know the current scores on the doors overall?
Please.
Yes.
I've got my fingers crossed, listeners.
So how many have we done? We've done 1, 2, 3, 4 Dan v Pauls, just for a bit of context on points. So, Paul, you've got 3.
Hang on, didn't I have 3 when we started the quiz?
Sorry,
fuck me. I nearly got cheated out of me 1 point, listeners.
You deserved it.
I forgot to add on this week's. Paul, you're on 4.
Good. This is good.
You're averaging 1 point per.
That's better than nothing. Quiz. It's better than nothing.
Okay. So Dan, you are on 35.
It's easily. I can catch up. I can catch up, listeners. I can, honest. I
totally could.
I can catch up.
And that is
you won't
this week's
because you
Dan
suck,
v
but
Paul.
you could. Yeah. As always, Dan is better than Paul. Never forget. It's the one thing in life that I can apparently succeed at.
I can numerically give you proof as well.
Yeah. Should we have a little chat about our D&D game? Favourite moments?
Sure. It's not like we've already been doing
we
that.
could reveal it now. Maybe I could put it... no, too much effort. I was going to say I could take it out and put it at the beginning, but we have been repeatedly saying don't mention stuff about... I could cut that out. Well, we can do it now and just see if that will work.
I mean, you're the editing wizard.
No, he's not a wizard. He's not really done much of editing for any of these. He doesn't ever cut anything. He just sort of slaps them all together and doesn't really
maverick
listen
dude.
to it.
Right. So yeah, listeners, we have a little D&D game. Me, Dan's the DM. There's the Bristol Seagulls.
Can you hear them? Sorry, they live on the roof.
It's fine. It's nice. It adds texture. But so Dan's the DM,
they live on the roof.
which stands for Dude Man or Dungeon Master.
Yep.
And so he runs the game, and me and Emily and Eleanor, who isn't part of the podcast, or is she?
And hasn't ever listened to it, so it's
maybe
fine.
she is part of it. She's been here all along.
Hello.
No, she's.
That's not how she talks at all.
They don't know that.
Sorry, that's just her in the fucking cage that we keep her
This
in.
is me I'm doing the thing again where you said something and I was like, no, that's not right. That's not correct.
You are the
sweet.
complete opposite
Really, isn't it?
of what they teach you in improv school. You're supposed to go yes and, not no.
That's true, he's got a point.
No. supposed to yes and us, Em. For God's sake.
I never
No,
liked
yeah, but it's not yes and.
involved.
It's totally different.
But I play a character called Deardre Barlow, who is and her friend Gonky, who is an ape, and she's a centaur, and they sort of hang about together. Who do you play?
She's not just a centaur.
Just a centaur.
She's a sexy centaur.
I wouldn't objectify her in that way, but
I do.
I mean,
do every
you
week.
literally created the name Sexy Centaur.
I know I
Donkey
did, and now
as
I've
your
really
handle.
gone back on that because I'm actually really invested in Dee and her life. I actually sort of wish I hadn't given her like a comedy name.
All the knobbing.
So I play a male dragonborn called Icefire, but I did just get married, so I should now be Icefire. What was it? Earth, flame.
Who did you get married to?
I've got a really bad
I'm not going to tell
memory.
you. If you don't remember it, you don't get to know.
Mazior?
No,
No?
not even close.
Okay.
You got one letter in that correct.
That's something. That's
Was
like
it the
my
M?
That's
Yes. That's
Oh,
honestly the best the two of you's memory has been since this game began.
This is
So,
why Anna plays.
So she is now Icefire Earth Fury after she got shit-faced and got married to a Minotaur called Mosaeus.
Zeus.
Mosaeus.
Of course.
So, for
But I
everyone
will-
that's picked up on the subtle bitterness I've been displaying this whole time, it's mostly because in this D&D game, I have been trying to give as many options and information, try and introduce these guys who have either played little or no D&D before this game that I run. So I try and give as much as I can so they are well prepared should they ever play with somebody else, or should we ever do another game. I try to introduce as many races, as many classes, various monsters. I try to give them about, they've got 30 different side quests they can go off on. There's no main story, they can do whatever the fuck they want. I've given them all these things. And every single week, do they remember anything? No. Do they know anything? No. Has this podcast proven that? Hells yeah.
yeah, we're pretty.
So
we're
one of
pretty
the
bad
quests they
friends.
went on was there was a Hydra attacking the town, and rather than it being a regular one, I thought I'd try and do something a bit different, give this Hydra a bunch of resistances, immunities, etc. But rather than just dropping it on them and be like, it's like, no, I'll have them interact with various people around the town and get all the information they need to, so they can find out the best way to fight this thing. Did they remember any of
Fire.
it? Fuck no. That's the
Well,
only thing
we
I
listened
remember.
to one
The only
thing.
thing I
We
remembered
heard
is that it was
fire.
vulnerable to
I mean,
fire.
I did think
That
it was a
it.
snowman. I was really quite shocked.
Yep, you
it was
thought
a
it was a
Hydra, 'cause
snowman up
well,
until
just all
then.
the description about it was like snowman, doesn't like fire. The rest, etc., etc.
It was two things. It doesn't like fire and is perfectly fine with
Snowman.
cold. He completely ignored the fact that it loved pollution. You completely ignored the fact that it seemed to take no damage from radiant, lightning, slashing, piercing, bludgeoning. All the other forms of damage, you focused on fire and cold, and you didn't even listen to that. You just assumed snowman.
We're simple folk.
That's the truth of the matter.
We heard fire and cold. We can do hot and cold. We understood that bit.
But anyway, if you want to get into D&D,
So that's why I've been so bitter this episode, ladies and gentlemen, because I've tried so hard. In the end, it didn't even matter. Didn't even fucking matter. So that's why I'm bitter.
How angry does it
Name
make
me a
you?
race other than dwarves and dragonborn. Paul, shut the fuck up. Name me something other than dwarves, dragonborn, or humans. Go.
Kenku.
Why couldn't you mention that earlier? Why didn't you mention that at the beginning?
Because I wasn't scared at the beginning.
Good!
that's
Apparently fear is what
That's
will
a motto
drive
for
you.
life, innit?
So now this will become the fear podcast. If fear is what it takes, then fear is what you will
As
suffer. Paul, name me a class.
class.
A class! No! No laughing! Not that one! Name me another one!
Wizard.
Damn fucking straight.
Fear. drives the funnies, ladies and gentlemen.
Good.
Yep.
That's some
funny.
alliteration for you. Fucking whose turn is it to run?
Well, no, I just wanted to say,
Stupid
listeners, if
sketch.
you really do want to get into D&D...
I don't care. Nobody cares what Paul has to say.
Can
Sketch
I
time.
do
We're moving
the
on.
punchline
Oh.
to that bit, please?
I had.
Thank you. So, listeners, if you really want to get into D&D, I'd definitely recommend it. It's a good, fun game, you know, lots of fun with your friends. It's a good bonding exercise, and it's a good laugh. Thanks, well done.
I did have one quick question.
Yeah,
And
okay.
you can cut it if you don't like it. How angry does it make you, Dan, when you've planned out all these lovely things and then we spend 2 hours in a pet shop?
Not particularly. It's more the fact that I will give these options and I will be sat there prepared. I'm like, okay, I've got all the stats for a pet store and all the pets that I are going to be picking up. I've got all these other options. I've got all these things, and I will, oh so subtly, be like, hey, here's this thing that's really cool you'll really like and you should totally interact with it. And you'll be like, okay, cool. And then you walk off and go like, oh boy, this patch of wall! Look how the paint's drying on it! Dan, tell us more!
You mean the puppy
That's more the
that
issue.
Donkey nearly
Yeah, the
murdered?
blink puppy that you guys completely ignored, and then I got a message, 2 hours after the session, be like, I actually kind of want the blink puppy now. I'm like, oh, I'll do you now. Now it's too late.
It wasn't too late, though. I got it.
Or the times where, yeah, because I couldn't be asked to fucking argue with you. Or the times where it's like, oh, we need to go hunt this person down, so let's go find them. And, ooh, a shiny thing, and you have to go into, like, all the stores on the way. So I have to stop and quickly, come up with names and things and all the stuff that's going to be in this store or in this person's house that I have not been able to prepare, because why would I have prepared for you to just burst into a store and be like, hello, we want this?
Yeah, we're pretty cool. Whose turn
hate
is
my
it?
life. I
Whose
wish it
turn
was
is
dead.
it to write the sketch?
I don't care.
I really hope it's not.
It was
Last week was.
the one I've just edited. The one that's just gone out is M.
And what episode number was that?
That was episode 13.
Okay, so episode 14 would have been me. This being episode 15 means that it's
Paul.
Paul.
Yay!
Good.
I'm a special boy.
Yay! Write us a sketch
Good.
about how much of a piece of
That's
shit
for
you
all
are.
of them.
Shall I?
Yeah, come up with a D&D
words?
theme word if you want.
Yes, please do, Em, because mine will be too ragey and murder-filled.
That was the
Yeah,
feeling
yeah.
I was getting. Okay. I'm going to try and think of something that isn't ragey to try and lighten the mood. Candy floss.
Okay, well, I'll try and make it D&D based, but sure.
I like candy floss.
I'm not going to make... Do you know what? I'm not going to make it
I
D&D
forgot, I
based. I've got to
forgot.
just let loose.
I forgot.
Sugar fabric. Who wouldn't enjoy it?
So Em's in the flat, just hanging out. She's got a big candy floss maker in the kitchen, but she's like made it herself out of cardboard and the inside of a washing machine, and it's spinning, and she's got like a big, and she's got like a feather duster that she's putting in there to get the candy floss. And Dan comes in and he says, Em, what the fuck? I've been asleep. Why did you build a candy floss machine in my flat? And Em's like, who doesn't like candy floss? And Dan's like, he sits for a moment, he's like, that's true. I do like candy floss. And he comes over, he grabs like a stick and he puts it in the machine, and you're both laughing together. And there's like music playing and you're like eating the candy floss together. And then I come in and I'm like, you fucking fuckers! Why have you made a candy floss machine in the kitchen? It's not even a proper candy floss machine. How are we going to explain this to the county council? And Em's like, shut the fuck up, dickhead. And she throws her like candy floss at me, and it hits me in the eye, and I'm like, oh no, candy floss in my eyeball. And Dan's like, haha, nice one, Em. And you both high five. You both high five. And then I'm like, you fucking, this'll teach you. And I'm like, and I go all green and I get all big. And I smash up the candy floss machine in my rage as the kind of green monster. I've just invented that. Smashing up the machine. And you guys are like, no! And there's tears running down your faces. Why? Not the candy floss, why? And I'm like, Cold smash! And that's it, really. Good, there you go. Thanks.
Guys, I think we need to cancel this podcast because I don't think anybody ever needs to suffer this again. Let's just never do this again.
I really
also
like
feel
that
like
one.
I can never feel like I never speak to you again. I'm going to move to the farthest side of the world and become a mute and never speak to humanity again, as you have killed what little love I had for this disgusting hellhole of a planet.
Okay.
In case any of the viewers at home were wondering, before this session I rolled a character real quick. So for this session, for this entire podcast, I've been playing as Fut Buckerson, human barbarian. It's been great.
Was that true,
Right, good.
Dan?
What?
That you've been playing a character?
Yeah, the whole time I've just been, for D&D purposes, being an extremely ragey barbarian. Not actually angry. Why the fuck would I be
really
angry?
sad. I've been really sad
Why
for
would
the
you
past
be?
40 minutes.
I was
really
entirely
worried.
kidding. It's okay. I would
was
never
like
be angry at UM. I'd be extremely angry at Paul, because fuck Paul, but I'd never be angry at UM.